congratulations to Hugh Hefner, who's getting married at the age of 84 to 24-year-old beauty Crystal Harris. When she was asked why she was marrying him, she said because he lied about his age. He told me he was 94. Oh, come on. Don't worry. Hold out. Just don't look at it when you touch it. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the licence plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, what can I say about our next two presenters? The first is an actor, producer, writer and director whose movies have grossed over $3.5 billion at the box office. He's won 2 Academy Awards and 3 Golden Globes, starring in such films as Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Castaway and Saving Private Ryan. The other is Tim Allen. It is an honour to be here in a room full of what I consider to be the most important people on the planet. Actors. Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she... I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg, and licking her own minge. Our next presenter is an actress who is both beautiful and talented. The star of the nominated movie The Danish Girl. Please... It's a dude. Eddie Redmayne. I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding. Not even Sean Penn will find me. Snitch. Joy and Trainwreck. No, not the names of Charlie Sheen's 2 favourite hookers. The films of our next 2 presenters. Please welcome Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lawrence. One stereotype I hate is that all Irishmen are just drunk, sweary hellraisers. Please welcome Colin Farrell. A few years ago, on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again. And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames... We know who Mel blames. Bit of trivia for you, actually. Eddie Murphy and Adam Sandler, between them, played all the parts in the movie The Help. Isn't that brilliant? You could binge-watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer. And it's still more fun than this, OK? Our next presenter is the Queen of Pop. Not you, Alton. Sit down. Seriously, most films are awful, lazy, remakes, sequels. I've heard a rumour that there might be a sequel to Sophie's Choice. That'd just be Meryl Streep going, well, it's got to be this one then. Our next presenter is the most respected actor in the room. That isn't saying much. The great thing about actors is they want to keep moving forward. They're chameleons, ever-changing and leaving the past behind. Please welcome Rachel off Friends and that bloke from 300. It's going to be a night of partying and heavy drinking. Or as Charlie Sheen calls it, breakfast. If you do win tonight, remember that no one cares about that award as much as you do, OK? That award is, no offence, worthless. It's a bit of metal that some nice old confused journalists wanted to give you in person so they could meet you and have a selfie with you. OK? Really? Do you want to go and see Cher? No. Why not? Because it's not 1975. Ashton and Demi, Kim Kardashian and some guy no one will ever remember. He wasn't around long. 72 days. A marriage that lasted 72 days. I've sat through longer James Cameron acceptance speeches than that. One Hollywood publication said that me hosting would mean that some film stars would stay away for fear of being made fun of. As if film stars are stay away from the chance of winning a Golden Globe. Particularly if their film company has already paid for it. This time last year, our first presenter was the biggest movie star on the planet. But I insulted his film The Tourist, causing his career to plummet so far that he was forced to work with me on my new show, Life's Too Short. Please welcome the man who will wear literally anything Tim Burton tells him to, Johnny Depp. I want to ask you a question. It's real. You can have some.
Just checking.
Yeah. And be honest. Have you... Ready?
I guess so.
Have you seen The Tourist yet?
Have you? No.
It was a big year for 3D movies. Toy Story, Despicable Me, Tron. Seems like everything this year was three-dimensional. Except the characters in The Tourist. I feel bad about that joke. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because I haven't even seen The Tourist. Who has? But no. One thing that can't be bought is a Golden Globe. Officially. He was also in the movie Cats. No one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby. Please welcome Mel Gibson. You know our next presenter from such films as Hudson Hawk, Look Who's Talking, Mercury Rising, Fifth Element, Hearts War. Please welcome Ashton Kutcher's dad, Bruce Willis. In a little while, we're going to see a short clip from The Irishman. It's 88 minutes long. The next presenter is a true Hollywood icon. In 10 of the biggest blockbusters of all time, he has shown his extraordinary acting versatility. He has played a boxer and Rambo. Please welcome Sylvester Stallone. Our first presenter is beautiful, talented, and Jewish, apparently. Mel Gibson told me that. He's obsessed. Please welcome Scarlett Johansson. Who needs the Oscars? Not me, and not Eddie Murphy. He walked out on them. He said no, and good for him. But when the man who said yes to Norbit says no to you, you know you're in trouble. Martin Scorsese, the greatest living director, made the news for his controversial comments about the Marvel franchise. He said they remind him of theme parks. I agree, although I don't know what he's doing hanging around theme parks. He's not big enough to go on the rides, is he? All female remakes are the big thing. There's a female remake of Ghostbusters. There's going to be a female remake of Ocean's 11. And this is brilliant for the studios because they get guaranteed box office results and they don't have to spend too much money on the cast. So the Golden Globes are about excellence. To win one, you have to do something amazing. Neither of our first two presenters have won a Golden Globe. I don't know what they're doing here, really. Please welcome the fantastic Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. The Golden Globes are to the Oscars what Kim Kardashian is to Kate Middleton. Bit louder, bit trashier, bit drunker, and more easily bought. Our next presenter is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon. When Brad and Angelina see our next two adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them. Please welcome Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong. Of course women should be paid the same as men for doing the same job. And I'd like to say now that I'm getting paid exactly the same as Tina and Amy did last year for hosting this. No, I know there was two of them, but it's not my fault if they want to share the money, is it?
You got me addicted. I'm hanging on your lips. I don't wanna quit us. We trip too good on this. I got you.
Actors aren't just loved here in Hollywood, they are loved the world over because they're recognisable. You could be a little child, a little Asian child with no possessions and no money, but you see a picture of Angelina Jolie and you think, oh, Mummy. For any of you who don't know, the Golden Globes are just like the Oscars, but without all that esteem. Yeah. Just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year. by cosmetic surgeons. Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor, two heterosexual actors pretending to be gay. So the complete opposite of some famous Scientologists, then. I'd like to quash this ridiculous rumour going around that the only reason The Tourist was nominated was so the Hollywood foreign press could hang out with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. That is rubbish. They also accepted bribes. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... I love this next presenter. He's so cool. He's the star of Iron Man, Two Girls and a Guy, Wonder Boys. Sorry, these porn films. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He has done all those films, but many of you in this room probably know him best from such facilities as the Betty Ford Clinic and Los Angeles County Jail. Please welcome Robert Downey Jr. If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. Tonight, you get Britain's biggest comedian hosting the world's second biggest award show on America's third biggest network. How could you replace Kiefer Sutherland in 24? Some of those scenes, by the way, where Kiefer grabs someone and beats them to a pulp, they weren't even in the script. The director just said, keep rolling, we'll work it into them. The licence plate was made by Felicity Huffman. No, it's her daughter I feel sorry for. That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. So, Bridesmaids, one of my favourite comedies of the year, yeah. The girls finally proved that they can be as raunchy as the men. Farting, burping, cursing, even pooping in the sink. I actually heard for a search the cast spent the weekend with Dame Helen Mirren. As you know, the meal tonight was all vegetables, as are the members of the Hollywood foreign press. We all know writers get way too much credit in Hollywood, and that's due to the generosity of actors sometimes mentioning them. What would writers do without actors? I don't want to keep going on about actors, but they're the most important ones, okay? The next presenter is an award-winning actress with special powers. In X-Men, she used her powers to control the elements. In Catwoman, she used the power of being able to wash herself all over. Please welcome the very clean Halle Berry. Relax, I'm going to try and be nice. You're global megastars with amazing talent, most of you. A few of you just married well. I mustn't mention Mel Gibson this year. Not his private life, his politics, his recent films, and especially not Jodie Foster's Beaver. I haven't seen it myself. I've spoken to a lot of guys here, they haven't seen it either, but that doesn't mean it's not any good. The creator of Facebook, of course, Mark Zuckerberg, is reportedly worth $7 billion. Heather Mills calls him the one that got away. Thank you. Let's get on with it before NBC replaced me with Jay Leno. She's just Jenny from the block. If the block in question is that one on Rodeo Drive between Cartier and Prada. Please welcome Jennifer Lopez. A few years ago on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. Listen, I still feel a bit bad for it, right? Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does. No, let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. The Hollywood foreign press have warned me that if I insult any of you, or any of them, or offend any viewers, or cause any controversy whatsoever, they'll definitely invite me back next year as well. The first award is for Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. To present the award are a couple of actors off the telly, what can I say? Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. I've got 3 Golden Globes myself. One's a doorstop, one I use to hit burglars with, and one I keep by the bed to... Doesn't matter why, it's mine. It's mine. I won it fair and square. It's just the right shape and size. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats. I'm Ricky Gervais. Thank you. You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's
brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay. Next up, Eva Longoria has the daunting task of introducing the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press. That's nothing. I just had to help him off the toilet and pop his teeth in.
For your precious love, the stars spell out love longing for our union then. Love my fragrance so captivating. You're close to me, I lose myself. Never thought I would find love like this. Never thought I would be waiting. Move your body, let your spirit soar. Ella, you're at a move your body. All of mine, I know